Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Sports Podcast. I am one half, Anthony Carboni, and to my right this time is the other half, Justin Vilche. And beneath us on our screen, our producer, Mr. Producer, Anthony Minichiello, is joining us today to discuss the future of the AJ Sports Podcast. So we'll let him introduce himself. How's it going?
I'm good. As you heard, my name is Anthony Minichiello. I'm the producer and manager. I like to consider myself. I'm basically in charge. I'm the man in the chair, pretty much. That's what I am.
He's got us with the edits. He's got us with the intros. He's got us with the IG, the TikTok, the Twitter. You already know he's on there. This is the man behind the scenes, the mastermind behind these podcasts. So he's going to tell us and tell everyone here what our plan is, because we plan on doing a rebrand of our podcast after episode 100. So I'll let you continue with that.
So as we start to grow as a podcast, we want to kind of develop and become more versatile. And we want to essentially kind of expand our topics and kind of go into other sports and like go into, for example, basketball, soccer, and we're going to continue with hockey. But we feel like it's important to kind of expand our fan base, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would have to agree 100%. So we're going to start talking about more other stuff. As you notice, we have been starting to talk about things like the Euro, the, NBA. So we started talking about that stuff, but because, in the summer now, there's not as much sports as we'd like there to be. So we got things like the Euros, Copa America, the Summer Olympics. We got a bunch of stuff we can talk about there. So we're going to dive right into it. So that is an update from our producer, and he will be joining us for the rest of this podcast. But now we are going to discuss the Euro 2024, our predictions, and discuss Spain versus France. But we haven't said what's up to our boy Justin over here. So Justin, how we feeling, bro?
I'm good, bro. Dude, new setup.
Yes, sir.
We got our manager on board, bro. Dude, everything's cooking, bro. We're cooking up new everything, bro.
It feels good. We're recording on something way better because Zoom was just too garbage. We only had 40 minutes. We're not paying for that premium crap. This feels a lot better. So last we left off for the Euros, we discussed Portugal versus France. That was an intense game. We recorded the podcast after the Saturday, and we discussed how France won on penalties. We discussed how it was a boring game. They went through. France went through on penalties, and then the Spain-Germany game was game of the tournament for me. It was such a great game. We saw Spain move forward with an 119th minute winner. So now we are going to discuss Spain versus France. What did you think of that semifinal?
What I thought about the semifinal, I thought it was a great game. I thought France actually played much better than they've done throughout the tournament. They actually looked exciting. They got the early goal. And I thought they were gonna win, and I thought, okay, early goals. Spain have been great so far throughout this whole tournament, but I think France have been there, done that. And I thought they were gonna advance. But I mean, I've underestimated Spain for pretty much this whole tournament. And you know what, dude? They pulled it through. Lamine Yamal, what a finish!
What a goal! What a goal!
The man is 07, man. He's 16 years old, and he's scoring absolute bangers outside the box. That guy, man, he's a huge bright spot in Barcelona's future. I cannot believe what we are seeing right now. It's like Ronaldo when he debuted for Portugal in 2004 against Greece. Same thing. Except he's younger. Like, he debuted for Barca at 14. He comes in and plays his first Euro, and he scores an absolute beautiful goal. And he's got a couple assists on him as well. I want to say he's got some pretty decent stats.
Yeah, he does.
I'm gonna look at his stats.
So
he's been like one the central piece to that whole Spain team, and it's kind of crazy that he's only 16 years old.
So in 6 matches,
like imagine in a couple of years.
Exactly, and in 6 matches, he's got a goal and 3 assists. So as a 16-year-old, he's almost at a point per game. So
per game, really, as a 16-year-old.
He's
been
spot.
Great. Yeah, him and Nico Williams playing left side. They've been great, and then they have the veteran in Alvaro Morata as well. So I mean, dude, like, they have the experience, they have young depth out there, and dude, like, even guys like Dani Olmo, who's been unbelievable for them in the midfield right there, along with Rodri, and it's just like everyone's playing well. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I didn't think Spain were gonna make it to the final, but I mean, hey man, they've been playing this well. Like, congratulations to them, and who knows, man? Sunday we'll see.
And
see how they fare up against England.
And they knock out France. And Mbappe later then said in an interview that he had a terrible Euro, And France realistically didn't score a
France
single
overall
goal.
had a terrible
I-
Euro.
That for like in semifinal was like basically their first goal of the entire round of 16,
Yeah.
right? Because they got an own goal again, or
Yeah.
Belgium got an own goal in the round of 16, and they went to penalties 0-0 with Ronaldo in Portugal, and then they get their first goal. We thought they were going to score. It was Koulo Amani, I believe, who scored that goal.
Yeah, cool.
And then Spain just playing their ball. They look really good, and we'll see how they do on Sunday against either was the Netherlands and England. Now that was another interesting game
Yeah.
as well.
That was a good game.
A lot of people had the Dutch winning.
I
For
wanted
me-
the Dutch to win.
For me, I just knew they're gonna something is gonna happen. We all know that the Premier League is like the top league that's talked about. They're not gonna go out in the semifinal. England, they've got the talent in the world. They've got Bellingham, they've got Saka, they've got Foden, they've got all these guys. There's no way they don't miss the final, and they won. So, what were your thoughts on that game, boys?
It was a bit of a controversial finish with that penalty where some people thought it was and some people thought it wasn't. Like, what are your thoughts? Do you think it should have been? You think it kind of screwed over the Dutch?
I was working, so I didn't see the game, but I just saw Ollie Watkins' goal. But you could break down the game.
I thought, okay. The Netherlands scored, right? Great finish by Simons. Wonderful.
Yeah.
A no shot. Now the goal where they scored, and I think it was 17th minute, the pen. I do believe it was a penalty.
Yeah.
He didn't. Mate's foot, dude. It's a pen in the box. It's fairly simple. Like that works. So people say, "Oh, it's not a pen." As a defender, oh, you're going for the ball, dude. Again, if you go for the ball and you miss it and you hit the opponent, dude, it's a pen. It's a foul. We've seen this happen multiple times. It was a pen. Harry Kane scores it. Right. It was 1-1 for a good 75% of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was back and forth really. England had chances, Netherlands had chances, and then Gareth Southgate takes off Harry Kane. He brings in the Aston Villa man and Ollie Watkins, and he gets the job done. Obviously, Ollie Watkins has literally performed when he comes on the pitch. He's performed better than Harry Kane throughout this Euro. If you watch England, so I wasn't shocked to see Ollie Watkins score. He's been doing this all year for Aston Villa anyway. So again, it was great to see him. As an Aston Villa fan, it was great to see him score the winner. And dude, I think England. I don't know what you guys think, but Sunday. Maybe Sunday will be the day, but
I don't think it'll be. I think they'll find somehow they'll choke it. I think they have such a good squad, and I think they should beat Spain.
Spain deserved to win this tournament so badly. They have a perfect
I know.
record, 6-0. Yeah. They have not lost a single game. However, I feel England, it's with the luck that they've been having, with the side that they've had going from, avoiding Portugal, France, Germany. And now they're playing the really the best team in the tournament by far. I feel as if this game is gonna go to penalties. I don't think it's gonna end in full time.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's not gonna end in extra time. I think it'll go to penalties. And for me, it's 50-50 because Pickford could literally, do his thing and taunt the goalies and make these saves. But I could just see Pickford taunting Yamal while he's taking a penalty and he misses. Something like that. Because
does Yamal take a penalty though?
I don't know.
As a 16-year-old,
that's the thing. If they put him in if they put him in to take the penalty, who knows? But
you have experienced guys in Spain. You have guys like Rodri who have taken those pens. You have guys like Morata in those pens. You have older guys you have Cucurella, who's again a veteran, and we've seen defenders kick out great penalties in the past,
Koundé against Portugal.
Yeah, so it's does Yamal as 16 take the pen? I would think not, only because he's so young and he's so this is his first ever tournament for Spain, and it's in a final. And we've seen it happen with England last year where they had guys like Saka who were young going into the tournament in a final and missed the pens, and then we see what happens, online social, racial abuse, all that, right? So I don't know if he would put Yamal in a situation like that.
Yeah, I would have to agree. My prediction, Spain wins on penalties, and they win their, I think, 4th Euro ever. And England lose their second straight final in a row on penalties to Spain.
Oh man. Benny, what do you
I don't
think?
know. I don't know. I want England to kind of break that drought. I think England's gonna take it. If it's gonna go to a pens, I think England's taking it. They have like so much upside when it comes to pens, like Harry Kane,
So
the penalty merchant.
so Southgate saves his job basically. That's
I don't
interesting.
know if he saves his job,
So
but
if
I
he win,
think
I
I
mean,
think
if he wins the Euro,
I
he's not
think
getting fired.
no, yeah, no
Why do they
shot.
fire him?
You can't.
You can't fire him. He just won the
but he's
biggest
like
trophy in Europe.
they should fire him because he has so many big players that he's not playing, like Palmer. Bro,
Yeah,
Palmer should be
But
playing,
we're not going to
getting
be
more
but we're
minutes.
not going to talk about that if they win the Euro. That
yeah.
would that
If,
would
How he
annoy
if
got them
itself.
two back-to-back finals appearances. Um, I think England get it done. I think
Really?
I get. Yeah, I think. Okay, look, as a neutral, like I don't really care who wins. Like Spain, it would be great for Yamal, Barcelona kid, and Pedri, Barcelona. I like Barcelona, but for England, I like watching the Prem. When the season's on, I watch it like every week, and all these players are great players, and it's only a matter of time before they actually like win a trophy together, right? So as a neutral, I don't really care, but I think England will get it done. I think there's no way back-to-back finals appearances and you lose. Um, and dude, they haven't won a title since 1966. Like, it's only a matter of time before all these great crop of players actually win together. And I think they're gonna get it done somehow. I think probably in extra time. I don't think it'll go to pens. I think they'll get it done in like extra time, maybe a 111th minute winner from someone. I don't know, but I think England will finally get it done, and then they'll revenge what happened in 2021. And I think all that racial abuse and whatever that happened 3 years ago, that's going to all be put aside. And all the England people are going to praise the team. They're going to praise Southgate.
Mhm.
It's just,
after like they're gonna be like they're like the whole tournament they were bashing Southgate, and then
yeah,
if they win, they're gonna be going crazy and like praising
yeah,
him. It's gonna be it's gonna be funny. But I
English
but if
think
they
either
lose,
way,
English football fans
by
are insane.
yeah, they are. I think
you're,
either way, if England wins or loses, there's gonna be some sort of like riots.
yeah,
There's gonna be like riots in like the streets of England if
Oh,
they
for
lose,
sure.
especially. But if they win, there's gonna be a big celebration, I think.
yeah, yeah.
All I'm gonna say is it should have been Italy, but whatever. We won't dive into
Oh,
that.
don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I can go on a whole rant
Ex-
like the
uh,
next 40 minutes.
oh yeah, the team
Dude.
was just terrible. But those are our predictions for the Euro final. Let's head over to South America slash United States because that's where the Copa America is being hosted. Last we left off, we saw I think Canada beat Venezuela on penalties, right? That's where we
No,
left off.
no, no.
Yeah. Wait.
Did
No,
we
that
leave it
was
at
the
that?
nighttime. No, we didn't because that was at night. So Canada ends up making it past the group stage to play Venezuela in the quarterfinals. And, huge, huge for Canada. We haven't seen Canadian soccer be this at its peak
Good.
in the longest time. There was the dark times, and they were losing to Jamaica all the time. They were losing to Panama all the time. Now these guys have made it to the quarterfinals of Copa America, which the team like the United States didn't. I want to talk about them because the American journalists were basically like, oh, it should have been us and not Canada. Well, maybe if you played better and you beat the teams in your group, you probably
Beat
would have made it
Panama.
through. Yeah, beat Panama because Panama are also in Copa America.
What a
Or
good team.
sorry, in CONCACAF. So those guys you should be beating normally if you want to be a top team. And the United States lose and they don't make it to the quarterfinals. Well, I was kind of surprised because they have a really good squad. Christian Pulisic leading the group. And a lot
Yeah.
of the American journalists trying to shit on Canada for getting in there. It's like, oh, it should have been us. They really do not like Canada being there
Oh no,
because
they're
It's
jealous.
just
they're so jealous because it's growing the game over here, whereas in the States, this is a step back as they did go to the round of 16 in the World Cup, which is
Mhm.
impressive enough. But not making it to the quarterfinals of Copa America is a disappointment. And as we saw, their coach was fired. So now they're going to look for a new coach. But Canada, they go to penalties against Venezuela. And what were your initial reactions to like Canada being like inches away from heading to their semifinal of Copa America?
I mean,
You understand what I
I
mean?
feel like they were also kind of like this close to losing from like just like that dumb goal, like that from like half.
Because
What
they
was
were
it?
up 1-0. They were up one
They were
zero.
up 1-0, and then they scored from half pretty much because our goalkeeper Krupu, I think that's how you pronounce his name,
Bro.
Kripo. That he was like so far out, and he didn't seem like he was paying attention very much. But I
Hmm.
feel like that was kind of on him. But then he also came up big in penalties with a couple of
Yeah.
stops,
Yeah.
and I feel like it was a bit of like a scare. It was a little scary at first, but then once we got into penalties and we kind of were up, it kind of got a little bit better, and it kind of felt more comfortable.
What do you think, Justin?
Yeah. No, I thought, dude, this Canada team was much better than this Venezuela team.
Yeah,
I understand Venezuela plays South American football and the rough and all that, but dude, I think just from a tactical standpoint, I just thought Canada were just full on better team. They squeaked out the win, which is great. And again, this tournament shows as to why there should be more eyes to the Copa America. I thought, it kind of gets knocked down a little bit because of the competition there. It's like you got shit teams but you got
They
Bolivia's, you got
also
your
they, they
Paraguay.
also don't have a round of 16 as well.
Yeah, because there's just simply just less teams. But I think when you put teams like Canada, the USA, the Mexicos, the Jamaican teams, I think there should be more eyes on this tournament because, dude, this tournament's phenomenal. I think you have your North American team, you're more tactical, and then you have your more physical teams from South America. And then when they play each other, you just get a whole bunch of nonsense and a whole just bunch of great games. So I think, dude, and you have good teams all around. You have your Argentinas, your Brazils. Canada are a good team. Like, let's not act like they're just not a good team. They're a good team. And then you have teams like what?
no, you're putting Canada in the same conversation as
Oh, no,
Brazil and
no.
Argentina.
I meant
That's
like you
crazy.
have your great teams like Argentina, Brazil's, Uruguay's, Colombia's, and then you have your
Yeah,
good
yeah.
teams like Canada's and etc. Right? So I thought, dude, the more teams that they bring in from North America, like your Canada's, USA's, Mexico's, it'll bring more eyes to this competition. It'll show that, dude, this competition is really important for the players that play in this tournament. Like, yes, Euro will always be as bigger than Copa America, but dude, this Copa America is also no joke. Like, this Copa America is absolutely massive for all these players and all the fans from South America and North America, right? So I thought Canada, this was big for them as a team, and I thought it was big for the nation because they want to grow this sport in Canada. They've
Mhm.
mentioned numerous times they want to grow this sport here, okay? Because yes, hockey is like our sport, but soccer is growing, and we've seen it with the players in itself. So I think it was great for them making it to the eventual semifinal. And dude, I thought Canada played well, and even in the semifinal, I thought they were playing okay. Like it wasn't like they were getting played off the park or anything. So yeah, I mean, Canada against Venezuela, they showed that they can compete with the South American teams. And semifinal, you can't really complain as a fan. And for the federation, you really can't complain either. So in the first ever tournament. So
So they
I
like
thought
they beat Venezuela on penalties, and they have to play the World Cup champions Lionel Messi and Argentina in the semifinal, where Canada's Cinderella story came to an end as Martinez scored, and then Alvarez also scored to make it a 2-0 game for Argentina. Like you said, Canada should not hang their heads down. They should keep them up. In fact, they had a really strong performance, and like you said, it's really growing the game. The fact that they didn't get blown out of the building by the World Cup champions just goes to show how far Canada has come to grow the sport of soccer slash football. So it's really nice to see, and they're only going to get better from here with
Mhm.
Davies leading the pack. They're going to develop a lot better players, and they're going to come strong. And in the 2026 World Cup, we are going to see them go to the round of 16. I do not see these guys going out in the group stage, especially after this Copa America performance. I only see the team going up.
yeah,
Like in
no,
that
I
game, sorry, you go.
don't know. Keep go.
Like I feel like in the beginning of the Argentina game, Canada, like the first 30 minutes even, they started off so strong, and then we just got defeated after that first goal. Like
Mm-hmm.
we did get like the one problem I think with Canada all the time is we always get like they always get like their defense, their back line always gets like breaks down, if that makes sense. It's always like
Mhm.
that play that always like breaks down. Like he should have been checking
Yeah.
his shoulder to check see the guy behind making the run. And then also Kripo, I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah,
he should have been out challenging that ball instead of ball watching.
yeah. 5 hole. You know,
Nothing
and
you
yeah,
can
and
do
then
with a fast one.
yeah, and then second goal, Enzo Fernandez shoots, and then Messi tips it, and then it was pretty much game over from that. Like okay, 50 minutes, right? It's 2-0 Argentina. I mean, no Canadian fan was like, okay, Canada's gonna come back from this. Like, it was just not gonna happen. But again, it was a lesson learned. Canada weren't gonna beat Argentina. That's just quite simply the fact. And yeah, I mean, it's a good lesson for all these guys because again, they're still relatively young. Everyone's like 23, 24. So again, heading to the next World Cup, I think it was a great tournament for them, and getting experience. I thought it was great. Another thing, the whole narrative of MLS as a retirement league, this got to stop, bro. The fact that this Canadian side, a good 80% of it played in the MLS. Ismail Kone played for Montreal. Davies played for the Vancouver Whitecaps. Cornelius played for the Vancouver Whitecaps. Schaffelberg, TFC player formerly, plays for Nashville. Lorea, TFC player. Osorio, TFC player. Dude, this whole narrative of, oh, MLS is not a good league. Oh, the MLS is, oh, it's just for like all these older guys to go play and just do whatever they want. Dude, that's not the case anymore. The MLS has grown these players and have done a great job, okay, establishing these players as true footballing players who can match up against the best. Dude, Canada played Argentina twice in this tournament. Yes, they lost 2-0 both games, but it's not like they were getting crushed 5-6, 7-0 and acting like, oh, Canada is just a scrub team. You know, like, dude, like the MLS has done a phenomenal job, okay, growing the game, getting these players ready, you know, like helping their development massively. Okay, and we've seen guys go from the MLS to major team, Davies, Whitecaps, to potential move to fucking Real Madrid. Like, are we serious right now? So it's like David, Canadian, goes to France and might get his big money move to, who knows, maybe Manchester United.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I'm the narrative of, oh, MLS being a retirement league, that's got to stop. Because, dude, we've seen young players go into big teams and do their thing, play for their national team, do big things there, you know? So I'm glad Canada showed that the MLS is no more of that narrative. It's a different narrative. And I'm glad that Canada went this far. And you know what, dude? It's a good experience for everyone. And you know what, dude? Who knows? Maybe for the next World Cup, who knows? Maybe a Cinderella run. I don't know. I don't know, man. But I'm actually thoroughly excited for this Canada team down the road.
And it's in 2 years. It'll come pretty quick, I think. It'll come
for
right
sure.
by. We'll be right in there.
Yeah.
We're gonna see a couple games in Toronto. I think they're gonna host six group
six games.
It's one of the
Should be more.
this World Cup is gonna be huge. It's got 48 teams this year. If
Yeah,
I'm not
48.
mistaken. It's like the biggest we've seen in a major tournament in a long time. So there's gonna be games every day for like 6 hours. Like, we got tons of games. So hopefully, you know, we don't see Canada play Italy, because I have no idea who I'm going to cheer for. But that would be an interesting game. But yeah, just to conclude, Canada, keep your heads up high. And for Canadian soccer fans, the future is so bright for this young squad. And we are excited to see what they can do in the World Cup coming in 2 years.
They still have a game on Saturday, by the way. They play for bronze
They do.
Oh, yeah, they
against
play for
Uruguay.
third.
Which, I mean, hey, man, if they get third place in a Copa America, I mean, that's still pretty impressive. Like,
Yeah.
so it'll be a very fascinating game. They play Uruguay, who lost to Colombia 1-0. And again, USA, backtracking to the USA, dude, USA have no excuses. Because, dude, they lost to a Panama team, okay, who pretty much have no one. Okay, Colombia got a red card, okay, had to play half the game with 10 men and still beat Uruguay. Okay, so USA, y'all are frauds, bro. Y'all are trash. Okay, bro, you guys can't play, bro. You guys trying to contact Jurgen Klopp, bro. He didn't even want to coach y'all.
Clip
Bro,
it.
y'all are trash. Hey, bro, clip it and everything, bro. Dude. USA, bro, y'all are trash, bro, and I hope you guys know that, dude. Canada is the top footballing CONCACAF nation, bro. Mexico, y'all are trash as well, bro. Jamaica, y'all are garbage, bro. Canada is up top, bro. And, dude, we are absolutely cooking. That's all I had to say, bro. And, dude, final, who's winning final? Colombia, Argentina. Because Colombia, 28 games unbeaten against the number 1 ranked team.
Colombia.
Colombia?
Colombia.
I
yeah.
want Colombia to win.
I
I
think
want
they will.
Colombia to win.
I
But I feel like
think Colombia will win.
Argentina's so strong, and like I feel like they have all the momentum from like that World Cup still, even
Yeah.
like their run now.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna go to extra time, I think. but I feel like Argentina, Messi and like him being clutch, I feel like is
Yeah.
gonna come into play. Him and with that experience, so I feel like Messi's gonna get the game-winning goal.
Yeah.
I think Colombia wins. I think it's about time that we see one of these other countries besides Brazil and Argentina go to the final and win. So I'm gonna go with Colombia on this one.
I gotta go with Argentina. I can't see Colombia win a Copa America. I just can't. As an Ecuadorian, I can't see that. And I mean, dude, Argentina have only lost like 2 games in like 5 years. So I mean, hopefully Argentina win. Messi gets another title, and we call it a day. I think it'll be like 1-0. I don't think it'll go to extra time, but I think it'll be a phenomenal game.
Is there
But
extra time in the final, or does it just go straight to penalties still?
no,
You know, it goes.
I think it goes to extra time in the final.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot that it goes to pens.
So both the
We're straight
Euro
to-
final and Copa America finals are on at Sunday. So if you don't feel like doing anything Sunday, sit on your couch and watch 2 fantastic tournaments conclude. Let's move on to the Summer Olympics with the Team USA, Team Canada, Team Greece, all of the big names in the NBA move into the Summer Olympics. We are excited. We just saw Canada play US yesterday in an exhibition or 2 days ago where the US won. But it's an exhibition. They're not trying as hard. They're just getting warm. What do we think about this tournament?
I'm personally really excited because I feel like it's just gonna be so exciting with all these NBA players going at it. And I feel like with like you're gonna see like a lot of these like players that like play in Europe are gonna like showcase their talent a lot. And I feel like personally, I feel like yeah, USA's team is really good, but I feel like they're gonna struggle against these European teams because they still have to get used to those rules, right? The changes. Like Embiid yesterday fouled out in 12 minutes. Like one of like the most dominating players in the NBA fouls out in 12 minutes. I mean, for him, it's gonna take time to like adjust, right? But personally, I'm really excited, and I feel like this is gonna like kind of bring more eyes to basketball. I feel like in general.
I mean, this has got to be the most anticipated sport for the Olympics, and I'm so excited for this basketball tournament. I think USA are like heavy favorites to win the gold. I honestly hope they don't win the gold. I hope it's going to be Canada. But I mean, dude, I don't know what to expect. Like you have France with Gobert and freaking
One bananas.
Wemby, bananas. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't know. There's so many great teams that it's like it's just gonna be so fun to watch, and it's like I don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of speechless because I don't know what's
I mean,
like. And plus, no, Doncic is such an L. Like,
yeah.
I would love to see Luka in the Olympics.
I know.
He got no one to play with, so I mean, it's not even his fault. So
he just won
Right.
ESPN's NBA Player of the Year, so it sucks to
Yeah.
not have him in the tournament.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, we get to see Team USA with Curry, LeBron, KD, Edwards, Tatum, Holiday. Did I say Curry already? Like, this team is insane. Embiid,
it's crazy.
like this team, Devin Booker, like all these guys are like elite NBA players. If they don't win this tournament, I'll be very, very, disappointed because this is, the best players of the NBA are basically all from the States. They come together and play as a unit. They should be able to mop the floor with all of these teams, but teams like Greece, led by Giannis, teams like Serbia, led by Jokic, and teams like Canada, led by Shea, hopefully they can stop them.
I don't.
But I think the U.S. will win this thing. It's only it written in the storybooks for the team with all of these talented stars and legends of the NBA like LeBron. And there's no way after having some not so great seasons with the Lakers, there's no way LeBron comes into this and says, you know what, we're gonna see what happens. I think he's gonna come in here. He knows he's on his final legs of his career. I think he's going to want to conclude with an Olympic gold medal. So I think Team USA wins the whole thing.
I think so too. I think USA wins, but I feel like people are saying it's going to be like a cakewalk. But I feel like they're going to struggle against I feel like Serbia, especially with Jokic. Like I think in my opinion, the best player in the league right now, and also like Shea. Shea is such a good player, and he's going to lead that team Canada to possibly top 3. And I feel like even their defense team Canada, like they have Dylan Brooks. They also have like players like RJ Barrett. I mean, they were gonna have Andrew Wiggins as well, but I feel like I heard that the Warriors told him not to play because they're like trying to trade him. But like even with Andrew Wiggins, I feel like if Canada had Andrew Wiggins, they would probably contend for first place. I think because I feel like that's how valuable he is to that team. And then actually, I also forgot they have Jamal Murray as well.
Yep.
So it's gonna be fun, entertaining to watch.
It's gonna be good, bro. I don't know what to expect, man. I really hope Canada win gold. Like
You're just
man.
flabbergasted. You're just like in shock.
Dude, like there's so many like because dude, the Olympics come like once every what? Like 4 years too, right?
I think so, yeah.
So it's like, dude, like I don't know, like I don't know what to like we can see France win gold with like they're like great front court. We can see the USA just maybe cakewalk everyone. We can see Canada maybe do like an underdog story. You can see Jokic, you know, maybe put the team on his back and then boom, win gold, bro. I don't know, dude.
So, well, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, when do the group stage games start? Next week, I believe.
I believe so. And then and they have a couple of exhibitions this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so probably like Tuesday or Wednesday is when the group stage will, begin. So we'll see we'll see what happens there. But finally, on our last topic, we got to talk about the farewell to cap friendly for the NHL, man. All of us NHL fans, we loved using cap friendly to make our own trades and stuff with our own favorite teams, looking at the free agents, looking about how much the Leafs are overpaid by how much, stuff like that. It was awesome to use, but the Washington Capitals, like we talked about before, have bought in cap friendly, and as we went to go Google cap friendly, the website was shut down. They wanted to thank everybody, including Sportsnet, SDPN, a bunch of other people discussing, their farewell to the league, and it sucks because we loved using cap friendly. I don't know how I'm going to look at contracts now, but yeah, it's tough. We really liked using cap friendly, and I don't know, any thoughts, guys, on the farewell to cap friendly?
I'm still a little bit confused why they shut it down, especially if they just bought it. Wouldn't they want to try to make profit out of it?
Yeah,
Or somehow I just don't understand.
I don't know what the thought process was. I mean, yeah, they bought it, and like you said, they could have used it to make profit, but I don't know why they would shut it down. It's really, it kind of sucks. Like I said, we loved using cap friendly to look at trades and do our own thing. Like even people on Twitter, NHL fans are always, having their own ideas of what their team should be doing and trading certain pieces. It was fun to see, but that has officially come to an end, which sucks. But what could we do?
I think they bought it because it's like a private thing, so it's like only like Washington Capitals can like just use it themselves. But like, bro, this is why the Washington Capitals, bro, like you guys got no fans, bro. Like, bro, the Capitals, like, bro, like, are you serious, bro? Like, us hockey fans now can't even use a reliable website because you guys want to buy it. Like, bro, you guys have so much money. Washington Capitals got so much money that you guys can't just like make up your own website. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is why the Penguins will always be better than y'all. Like,
yeah, more better.
Bro.
We're more better.
Those are more better.
Pittsburgh's more better.
Frauds, bro. Like, this is why Crosby will be better than Ovechkin all the time, bro. This is why the Washington Capitals will always be little babies to the Pittsburgh Penguins, bro. Like, bro,
this really
bro.
has you in your feels. Like this is
Like the W website, bro. Like cap friendly, like bro, you can do mock trades and everything, bro. I can see like how much Marner's getting paid, how much I can rage over that. I can see guys like Morgan Riley still on the team, bro. Like I can see the contracts. I can see like all like our prospects on like the same page. I do now. Now I gotta like search up like all like different tabs, and it's like it's a complete waste of time.
I think now the NHL is gonna try and create their own thing where you can see stats and stuff like that and draft picks. I think they're gonna try and do that themselves, but yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, it sucks to see cap friendly go, but the future, I don't know what the future holds for that. Like I said, the NHL is probably gonna make their own version of cap friendly, I would say. Maybe.
Hopefully.
And they could probably profit off of that. Whereas, as the Capitals bought cap friendly, it wasn't even owned by the NHL. So I think if they make their own, I think this will help fans, like you, who love raging over Marner contracts and Riley contracts and Maple Leafs contracts. So, yeah, I mean, it's an end, but oh well, what could we do? It sucks to see it go. And that's all I have to say on that. Any other final thoughts before we conclude?
Justin, I thought you'd be happy about it, so you don't have to see all those terrible contracts that the Leafs have. For like
Because, bro,
that,
as a
what,
hockey,
$10 million to Mitch Marner?
bro, I already know the contract. Like as a hockey fan, I like looking through different teams, looking at different contracts, looking at like, oh, this player's on this team. Oh, I forgot about that. And it's like, no, and I was like, can't do that anymore. That's all right though.
And that is it for this episode of the AJ Sports Podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Like we said, Minnie said in the beginning, we're on to a new era. We're going to start posting more clips on our TikTok. So follow our TikTok, follow our Twitter, follow our Instagram. All will be linked in the description of the podcast. And like I said, we're going to try and do twice a week. It's been very tough for us with work and stuff like that. So like I said, we're gonna try, but we're gonna do a rebrand eventually after episode 100, and we'll hopefully have something special for you on the episode 100th episode. But until then, we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the Euros, enjoy Copa America, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care and peace.